What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu. You're watching the Ragin Ronin review, and it is time for trailer reaction and review. And you guys should know by now that the new Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 trailer is out. It's a full-length trailer, and it actually came out yesterday. I posted it on the Ragin Nation Facebook page for you all to check it out. And I hope you checked it out by now. I checked it out. It was awesome. I actually didn't do a trailer reaction video for it here. I did a trailer reaction video for it yesterday at my friend's workplace. My friend asked me, have I seen the Hunger Games new trailer? I said no. And then I was actually on my way to visit her at her workplace. And here we are in this video reacting to it together. I filmed my reaction on my iPhone, and you can check out some little tidbits from our reaction. Ooh. Wow, that actually looked really good. Wow. So there you have it. You saw my reaction. It was pretty awesome. And here's my review of the trailer. Now, me and Lisa, that's my friend in the video, me and Lisa, we both agreed that there was one thing that really stood out in this trailer, and that is emotion. It's very emotional. It feels very emotional and dramatic. It's very different from the last two films. You can tell that this third installment is definitely different in the sense that it's no longer about the arena. The first two films, The Hunger Games and also Hunger Games Catching Fire, was centered on the arena, the actual Hunger Games itself. And this time around, there is no actual Hunger Games or the 75th annual Quell, or I think that's what they called it. I've only seen Catching Fire once in the theater. I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it since. But anyways, there is no games. This time, it's about a rebellion, and you know, from what I gather from reading, from reading about the Hunger Games, I gathered that the third film will be, or rather, the third book, the third story will be about the rebellion. The first one is definitely about the Hunger Games itself. The second one is about trying to get out of the Hunger Games, or fighting their way through the Hunger Games and getting out of it. And the third act, well, the third story will be about the rebellion. And you know just from watching the Hunger Games that a rebellion is going to take place. Well, this is what Mockingjay is about. And I've never read the Hunger Games prior to watching the Hunger Games on film. I, however, on the other hand, did read the Hunger Games novel after watching the Hunger Games first installment, after a very awesome member of the Ragin Nation sent it to me as a gift, after I mentioned that I never checked it out, and then she decided to send it to me. I read it, and it was actually very different. A very enjoyable reading experience, but very different from what I would think, because there's actually a lot of stuff that they left out of the movie. But anyways, with regards to the Mockingjay trailer, like I said, it is very, very different. Like I said, there's no arena this time around. It's about a rebellion. And what it shows, like the visuals in this trailer, is not only it's more dramatic, it's more emotional, but it just feels more grand in scope. I mean, we're not confined to this arena, Hunger Games arena space. We're not confined to this dome. We are actually in Panem, okay? The capital, I guess, or rather the different districts, and it looks like they're fighting a battle, and this battle looks like it's going to be pretty epic. I mean, there's this one shot where you see freaking nukes, or at least bombs. The rebellion has been kind of, I guess, orchestrating this assault. They're just waiting for the Mockingjay, that would be Katniss Everdeen, to lead their rebellion. And you know, I'm not going to say that it's predictable in any way. It's just that you kind of saw this happening after watching the first and second movie. You kind of have a feeling that, okay, this is what's going to take place next. Katniss Everdeen is going to lead the rebellion to battle to battle the system. And you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of this little movie, this small movie called Equilibrium. Great movie, starring Christian Bale, directed by by visionary director Kurt Wimmer. And it reminds me of that, because there is a rebellion that's hiding out. There is a rebellion that is against the system, and this is exactly what we're seeing. And what's really awesome, while this trailer isn't that action-packed, it is really just a bunch of visuals, a lot of quotes, a lot of really dramatic music. What it is all about is, I mean, what it does have in it is some really cool shots of Katniss Everdeen with not Peeta, but the other guy, Liam Hemsworth, you know, Thor's brother. They're going out in the battlefield, and they got freaking explosive bow and arrow tips. I mean, like the tips of the arrows are explosive, and they're shooting arrows at those ships. Really cool. Okay, that was actually pretty awesome, because it looks like they're bringing like a whole new level of action and visuals to the Hunger Games story. Okay, so very cool. And it's also cool to know that, you know, all along, Katniss Everdeen was always an archer. Okay, she was an archer at the beginning of the movie, hunting a quail, right, and squirrels, right. Now she's using her skill that she has kept throughout the entire franchise to shoot down warships. Very awesome. And of course, there is a bit of a you know, it reveals that little plot twist that we saw at the end of the second film, Catching Fire. It has that revelation in the trailer. And anyways, I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to Mockingjay. What's really crazy about this story is that it is not the end of the franchise. This is just Mockingjay Part 1. This battle, this rebellion, is actually more epic in scope, and it requires 2 parts. It requires 2 sittings. We got Mockingjay Part 1 and then Mockingjay Part 2 next year. So I love this franchise. I was never a fan of the books, never a fan of the franchise or rather the idea of the Hunger Games at all, until I read about all the hype about this movie. I watched Hunger Games, and then I just instantly fell in love with this franchise. Okay, and then I decided to watch it again. I watched Hunger Games twice in the theater. Okay, that's how much I loved it as going into this franchise, knowing nothing about it. And then I watched Catching Fire in IMAX. It was awesome. Now I can't wait to watch Mockingjay Part 1. Now, one thing you gotta know is that with regards to the release of Mockingjay, it was not shot in IMAX cameras. It might have an IMAX presentation later on. They haven't announced it yet, but it isn't shot with the IMAX full frame format. Francis Lawrence actually commented on that. He said that they're not going to be shooting in the IMAX full frame format, mainly because he wanted that just for the arena scenes. Okay, now that they're out of the arena, that format is not really necessary. So just wanted to clear that up for you guys. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this video. Let me know what you guys think about the new Mockingjay trailer. I thought it was awesome, and I'm really looking forward to this movie. Mockingjay Part 1, Interstellar, and The Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies are the 3 biggest films that I'm looking forward to for fall and winter of 2014. And there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name's Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. And, you know, this is big news because we're seeing what the Batmobile looks like. And, I mean, let's just take a look at this. Obviously, you can see some huge inspiration from the Tumblr.